Hi, my loves. I am your Empress Divine, Miss Tasha Turner herself. Welcome to Queendom Come. This is the November 14th daily tarot reading for water, I believe. Let me just check. Yes, this is water for Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. I think this is something that I can start doing on a regular basis. I can't make any promises, but I'm enjoying it thus far. I like shorter readings. When I have to do 12 signs and the readings be about 30 to 45 minutes a piece, back to back to back to back to back, I get tired of talking. My tonsils hurt. Shoot, I get tired. I'm, I want to just be quiet. I'm not no talking person in real life unless I'm real comfortable with you. But for the most part, I be quiet. I like quiet, just hush, just hush, hush. I feel like that's the message. Just hush. We'll see how that plays into this November 4th, 14th, 4th, November 4th. What happened on November 4th for y'all, water signs? What was going on? Were you on hush hush? Were y'all in timeout? Were things quiet? Was there no communication, no contact? What was going on November 4th? But anyway, this reading is for November 14th, which is today. Sorry, it's still relatively early in the day. If it's meant for you, it's meant for you. Some people might see it after the 14th, and this energy will still apply because time is like really not a thing. Anyway, November 14th, water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Give us a goddess guidance card that most effectively tells us about the energy of today, November 14th, for water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Sorceress. Oh, you's a witch. Sorceress, sorceress, sorceress. You're a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. Um, I think somebody's coming out. You know how the LGBT community has to come out the closet? Us spiritual witchy people, we have to come out the closet too. We have to come out the closet to the religious folks. And you know how gay people get called all types of faggots and sissies and all types of just real derogatory shit. We get called false prophets and devil worshippers and whatnot. And I feel like that's a thing for somebody, some water signs today, November 14th. You may have to hear about that. But whatever they call you, it ain't what they call you, it's what you answer to. And if you gonna call me a witch, call me a good one. So you can call me a bad witch too, whatever. I'm magical. You're a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. So as long as you have it up here, in here, you got it. Be clear about it. Know exactly what it is that you want, because that's going to be your starting point for everything. Everything that you're wanting to manifest in this life, you're going to have to just be clear on it. I mean, completely unwavering. Even if you come out as being, this witchy spiritual person, you got to be unwavering with it. You got to be 100% all in, or people will talk you down out of the things that you love. They will talk you down out of a blessing. Just talking. Simple words. That's the power of the tongue, though. And as a sorcerer, I feel like you may need to learn, the power of the tongue. That's funny how that came about. I said something about November 4th. Was that a period of where things were quiet or no contact? And I had said earlier that I don't like to talk a whole lot. And I was like, just hush, shh. And then I'm talking about the power of the tongue. So, that may be a thing in this reading. That may mean something. That might connect for some people. Tarot, tell us a complete story about what's going on with the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces on November 14th. Water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, November 14th. What energy do they have? surrounding them and available to them. November 14th. November 14th. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, November 14th. The Emperor. The Emperor just was all over that air signs reading too. This is Aries energy. It could represent a father figure, somebody who you give fatherly like duties to, like they take care of you in some type of way. It could be you. This is also like a maybe like a boss type energy. So you still somebody like in somewhat of a father role, just in a work environment. Knight of Swords. So it could be some fast communication, maybe even overbearing communication. Like maybe they're asking too much of you. You may feel stressed from somebody just, do this, do that, do this, do that. I need this, I need that. It's like real, when you can't even get a word in with somebody, like you arguing and you can't get not a sentence in, can't say nothing. And there we go again, that reference to power of the tongue and speaking and not being able to talk. It's like arguments and you can't get nothing in. You can't get a word in. Like I have this image of me with the muzzle over my mouth. Like in some way your communication is being limited. Your expression is being limited in some type of way. The Page of Cups is like almost like a fear of pouring yourself into something. So it's just like baby steps in terms of giving of yourself emotionally, or maybe even a little, like little, very little emotional support. And that could definitely be a thing with the person who is very controlling and, overbearing and not very emotionally supportive. I feel like this is an issue or a problem that is long standing. Whatever this conflict is, or whatever this inability to communicate outside of yourself or to express yourself, I feel like this is a recurring problem. This is something that I feel like you're used to at this point. Someone's expression is being stifled, and I can't really even blame it on anyone outside of you, even though this is kind of like a third party. Like there's someone in the picture that is, they're blocking your free communication, they're blocking your free expression. It's almost like, when you have somebody over your shoulder and you feel like you can't just say what you want to say, or you can't do what you want to do because they're going to judge you, and you just feel it, so you keep censoring yourself. This whole spread thus far, I feel like, is about censoring. Someone is being censored. And I feel like in everything you do, you kind of go into it with your guard up, because you like, well, if I do this or if I say this, then they are not going to approve, or they going to come, barreling down on me with insults, or whatever it is that the person does, that overbearing communication. And they're just pretty much in charge. It could be you. I hope it's not you. I feel like it's not you, water. I feel like this is something more like fire would be over you, especially with that King of Staffs and that Aries energy in the Emperor. It could be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, but I'm really feeling Aries a lot because they tend to be a lot more confrontational than Leo and Sagittarius. I don't care what nobody say. Aries will pop off a lot faster than Leo will. Leo just want to have a good time and be admired and shit. You can tell an Aries, you look good. They be like, I know I look good. I'm like, damn, bitch, calm down. All that fire. It's Aries is destructive fire. And I'm not saying that I don't like Aries. My dad is an Aries. My daughter is an Aries rising. I have been romantically involved with like Aries Mars men in, well, an Aries Mars man. I ain't gonna say it like it was a bunch of them. And y'all some confrontational motherfuckers. Like y'all get off on fighting. I don't care what nobody say. If you are a cross watcher with a lot of Aries in your chart, you probably get off on fighting. You probably like drama. You probably like watching shit on World Star. You may have even made an appearance on World Star, something like that. It's just it be a lot. And I feel like maybe that's just too much for water. Like it might be too hot for water. Like you causing the water to evaporate. Like the water is losing themselves, I feel like, in this person. The communication is like littered with red flags. Like you've had plenty of signs to know that this person is like, they be on some shit. Like they be on one. The Hierophant is very official, all about rules and restrictions and doing things strictly by the book and according to this, that, and the other statutes, and policies and it's real uptight and stiff. That type of thing. And I feel like the communication, you have to stiffen yourself when you're around this person or in this environment with these restrictions to who you are. And with the sorceress card, a sorceress got to be free. A sorceress got to be free, honey. You can't be you your cup is overflowing. You need to be allowed to overflow, sorceress. Being the magical person you are, and this is like, if nothing else is water, this represents water. This is you. You're overflowing, is like you're bursting at the seams with emotion and spiritual gifts, and the need to express yourself in some way or situation today is like something is coming against that. You're not able to do it, or you feel like you're not able to do it out of fear of the emperor energy of being controlled or being talked about or being I don't know, it's just overbearing conversation. That's really what I just keep hearing. Overbearing conversation. Overbearing conversation. It's like it's just coming. It just be too much. Just too much. Like it's too many opinions, too much gossip if it's not a specific person. Too many negative insults, too many, rants from people about sorcery is the devil's work, and or talking about manifestation, you need to be talking about God and prayer. That's what I'm hearing. Like with that sorceress card and people with these water placements today. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. If you can't be free in your communication in a relationship, if you got to kind of hide and deceive people and make it seem like you're doing this when you're really doing that, and you can't really be yourself, it's just going to be a burden on you. It's too much. It's way too much to handle. It's way too much today. It's killing you slowly, not softly, killing you slowly. You have to be able to uphold your own standards. You have to think so highly of yourself and your emotional gifts and your need to express yourself that you don't care. You don't see what anyone else has to say. You don't hear what anyone else has to say. The King of Swords, like you can't be manipulated out of how you feel or how you want to express yourself. As a matter of fact, you have to become like you have to rival the King of Swords in that you have to become so clear in what it is that you want to do that the universe has no choice but to give it back to you. You have opportunities to express yourself where you're able to grow from like that Page of Cups, where it's like you're afraid to say what you want to say, to at least being a little bit more open about it with the Knight of Cups. This is a graduation, slow, but it's getting there. When you start putting your emotional fulfillment first. You have the Sun card here. When I said it's not Leo, it's not Leo. I don't feel like it's Leo that's stifling you. I feel like Leo is going to love you. If you have a Leo in your life, I feel like you can be open with them about who you are and what makes you happy and what you want out of life and what you're trying to do, and the fact that you may practice magic and that you may understand sorcery and alchemy and witchcraft and whatever. I feel like you can open up and be yourself. And even if it's not a Leo, the sun is what it is. You can't deny it. and actually you depend on it. And I think whatever it is that you may be hiding from the person you're in a relationship with, or that you may be hiding from people that are in your inner circle, it's something that they depend on more than they may know. You know, people think of sorcery as like evil, but what is a prayer but a clear intention held as a belief made manifest? It's like the same thing that you condemn is what you actually depend on in your everyday life. Would a rose by any other name smell as sweet? It's still a rose. Even if it's another name, a rose is a rose, basically. So you have to just learn to be yourself no matter what. I don't know how you're gonna get out of the situation. Especially if you messing with this confrontational fire sign that has this overbearing conversation or communication where they want to just come down on your head all the time. I can't tell you how to handle that, but I will tell you that that's the energy that's surrounding water signs on today, of that fear of doing things because you think you're going to be persecuted, you know, for your beliefs. But it's your life and you are magical and you can make things happen. So you shouldn't be afraid to express what it is that you want or to express who it is that you are. In no way. Hey there, ER. Pisces, what up? I'm Pisces rising and I have my sun in the 12th house. So I'm feeling that Pisces energy. But yeah, that wraps up the reading for water. I can go on to fire. Yeah, I need to hit fire because fire been showing up in other people readings acting up. So let me go ahead and hit fire. Thank you for watching. If you have any personal matters that you want to get specific tarot guidance on, check the description box. I do email, text, and phone readings. So again, thank you for watching. I'm your Empress Divine, Miss Tasha Turner. Bye.